Hello, hello. So, in theory, and actually not in theory, it's actuality, I've got the pan and tilt head tracker set up on my pan and tilt camera mount, and what this does is allows me to be able to, when I move my head, when I'm flying the airplane, to control the camera pointing direction based on movements of my head. And the nice thing that I've done, in addition to having that function like that, is I've got it set up to about 200% rates, so that if I turn my head 30-45 degrees, I'm looking at the left wing. And if I turn my head 90 degrees, I'm looking as far left as I can, which does allow me to get the tail view, the tail totaling view. My field of view on this is approximately from the engine nacelle to here, so it's a 150 degree field of view. So I've got full 360 degrees visibility. And again, on this side, the right hand edge of the camera view is over this old boom nacelle that I'm using to house the ESCs for the twin tilt motors. And then obviously pitch, same thing. I think I went a little more aggressive on the pitch, so that if I wanted to look down, it doesn't require me but to tilt my head, 15-20 degrees down. And again, the vertical field of view, I think, is like 90 or 100 degrees. So when I'm looking down like this, I'm seeing the edge of the mount here. And when I look up, I'm as far elevated, and I'm looking actually past zenith with the upper field of view. So I basically have an ability to do spherical visualization of everything that I can, except for the stuff that's directly below the camera or otherwise blocked, i.e. the fuselage or excuse me, the wings. If the camera does get, or I'm sorry, if the head tracker does get out of sync with the airplane, all I've got to do is push the button on the top of the goggle here, and that'll sync everything back up. And I've got to set up such that when I am looking out the front of the airplane, in an area probably about 3 to 5 degrees wide of center line of the airplane, the on-screen display in the goggles, they provide symbology that's representative of the attitude of the airplane, and some additional waypoint iconage and information that's displayed. When I look off axis, obviously I'm looking that way for visual purposes, and I've got the on-screen display in ArduPilot, its configuration set up to declutter, get rid of some of that information. And I'm not going to be able to show you here. I'll get some footage, record the stuff, and then get the image or the video from DVR, the footage. So it was pretty straightforward to do. The hardest part was getting this to connect to this. And what I ended up doing, there's several different mechanisms or approaches that could be done. For my use case and the way my gray matter works, I found it was easiest to just install a second one of these Arduino Nano BLE 32 cents Rev 2 boards inside of here and have it talk to this, and then it provides an S-bus output into the aux input on the radio as a trainer input. So I'm basically tricking the radio into thinking that my head tracker is a trainer channel, excuse me, a pair of trainer channels, and then obviously that trainer input stimulates two channels of output that go up to the flight controller via the RC link. Visualizing that should be pretty simple here. So this is pan, and you can see I am, as I sloop pan around, the pan channel moves, and same thing with tilt. So I've got full pan and tilt control of the camera on the aircraft from my head tracker via an RC link up to the airplane. What I had to do on the radio is I set trainer to master serial, and then with the S-bus output feeding the aux port coming in, it was able to do that. And if we look at the hardware, and yeah, aux2 serial port input, I set the S-bus trainer, and I've turned power on, obviously, because that's what's powering the receiver module inside here. And then in each of the two channels configurations, excuse me, I've set up trainer channel 7 as the source for the tilt, and trainer channel 8 for the pan. And obviously pan works, tilt works, and life is good. I'll get you some footage from the DVR. I'll edit it at the end of this video. That way you can see what it looks like from the operator's perspective in the goggles. Cool, that's that. Take care and have a good day, folks.